Acting like we really like.
Okay.
We are. Welcome to 239 Spiritual Awakening.
Hey.
Hey guys.
So here we are, live in effect, podcast number 14, live from Iona Art Gallery in Fort Myers, Florida. We're going to take you on a tour if you've never been here before, and today's podcast is all about crystals. I know a lot of y'all been waiting for this one. I know probably the least about crystals, so I'm mostly going to be behind the camera, and I'm going to let the experts talk about crystals. And we're going to introduce you to the owner, proprietor, entrepreneur, Kim, once she gets from behind the camera and in front of the camera. So let's take a little tour on in.
Come on in, guys. Come on.
So,
And then I'll, yeah.
you still recording?
Thank you. Yes.
I have my brother. We'll edit it, chop it all up nice and smooth.
I don't know. I cut her out.
It don't matter.
Hi, you're
We still
fine.
recording?
Yes.
All right, y'all know how we do every podcast. We always start off with the numbers and the meanings of the numbers. This is podcast. Matter of fact, let me go live on my social media. Let's see what kind of connect we got going on here. Anyway, let me get to the number 14.
14.
Let me bring it up. See, I'm still getting used to multitasking here. The number 14, when it comes to love, the angel number 14 symbolizes love and spiritual growth. If you keep seeing 14 lately, your angels are communicating to you that your search for your special person will hit a fever pitch. Oh.
My birthday is the 14th. Whoa, wait a minute.
I'm not going to speak on that, but you
And
know,
no.
special persons, it's a fever pitch. We'll see. We'll catch up on podcast 15 about if that's true or not. So let's get into it. We at Iona Art Gallery in Fort Myers, Florida. I haven't memorized the address here yet, but I'm sure this person can tell us what it is.
Miss Kim.
Let's introduce Kim. Kim, how you doing?
It's Iona Art Gallery. That's me.
So we got to tell you, our friend Sarah recommended you. Sarah was on podcast. I don't know which one it was, but maybe a couple months ago we did one live from Reviving down in Bonita. So she said she said Iona Art Gallery has the biggest collection of crystals and minerals in Fort Myers. So we had to come see it with our own eyes. So here we are. Let's see. Is this truly?
See it? Oh my
Rashim was getting some of it over there. I'm on Facebook Live. I hope it's recorded. If it ain't recorded, don't matter. We getting everything. So we have to wait for Rashim to get back over here. We're gonna kind of walk and talk at the same time. Usually we have a cameraman, not us doing this. So this is kind of our first time with us multitasking at the same time.
We got this though. We learn to grow. We learn to grow.
All right, Kim. I'm turning it back over to you now. Introduce the Iona Art Gallery.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It's
I did this at my niece's wedding too. I can't talk.
Now, all right, let's get close so we feel our energy. Don't be scared. I've been doing radio and all this stuff for a long time. Just go with the flow. This is your baby.
I'm right here near Buster's, right down the street from Sanibel Island. I've been here for 3 years, and I don't advertise, so I just try to buy more rocks, and then people will come, right? So that's my idea. My husband calls it the 5 and 10 because if I sell $5 worth, I buy $10 worth.
So what brought you, what inspired you to open this?
I've been a rock hound ever since I was like a little kid, and I just love rocks. And so when I was out at Tower Gallery on Sanibel, I was a member there for 10 years. It's an art gallery, a co-op gallery.
Very cool.
And I was thinking I could do this, you know. So I was sitting here one day, and I'm like, okay, God, what can I do? And the next day I'm driving down the road and my car pulled in here all by itself, and the next thing you know, I was signing a lease. And because it became available the day before. They closed up the wall that had been in from this shop to the next one over. They had both shops, so they turned the key into the guy the day before. So I was like, okay, that must
So that's the law of attraction at its finest right there.
It's like, okay, Dad, I'm here. So that's how I got here. So I've been here 3 years, and I just keep buying more rocks. They're taking over.
So as a child, you were, as a little child, you were just gravitated to rocks, not knowing at that time, and it just carried over. Anything in particular would like draw your interest? You just like, because other people might see this. I don't say no. Other people might see this like, not everybody's just drawn to rocks. So was it? What was it?
My grandma would travel around the world, and she always asked us what we wanted her to bring back for her. So I would always say rocks, and then she'd have them all labeled, like this one came from China. Or,
Very cool.
You know, so I had my
that's
own little
funny.
rocks that she would bring me back. And then when I got married, we started going mining for hobby, you know, just for something to do. We took our kids, and now they're 22 and 24, and they still go mining with us.
Very cool.
That's a family vacation right there.
We love to go mining. My youngest son found this ruby here in the creek at night by himself. He goes down where we were digging, and he said a prayer, and he stuck his hand in this hole. This is at midnight. He has a flashlight with him, a UV flashlight, and they light up under the UV. So this thing just glowed. It was a 75 karat ruby.
Wow. See, miracles all around.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
does.
So explain, are these all of your, like you?
Yep, this is all my artwork. I've been doing photography. Well, I was the first photographer they let into the art in the park shows in Naples back in 1988. So I've been doing this a long time. They were real snobby down there, and they didn't think photography was art. So I was like, well, it could be art.
Let me just stop you right there. It is.
So anyway, I
these are
started
gorgeous.
infrared photography, and then that sort of became my trademark. So most of these are infrared, or I do like the collages with the layering pictures.
It's beautiful. No,
And
these
there's
are.
just a few that just are plain old, color photographs.
It's the Big
But
Dipper.
this one was taken after Irma,
Big
and I
Dipper?
was trying to get my life back because our house got flooded.
Wow.
And so I was standing over there trying to get a picture of, something new, and I look up and there's the Big Dipper
Like it's
pouring
jumping up.
out
Yes,
the love.
yes.
I'm like, that's what we need right now.
I love how
Clear skies ahead.
I love how everything has like a story behind for you. So it's like it's got a meaning to it, which I am very, very all about. Everything has a meaning. Everything has sentiments, and this place just screams empowerment. It screams. You can. I mean, look at what beauty you got from just your ideas and just something. I mean, just something as devastating as Irma. You turned it into a beautiful thing. So
Now I want to start off the podcast. For those who don't know what crystals are all about, I just want to say some generic things. Like for those who, even the hardcore Christians, it's in the Bible about certain minerals and crystals and stones and having power. I would just say you go research it, particularly in the Old Testament and the Torah, whatever you want to label it as. So, but I want you, because I know, you see me, I have my crystals all over. We're going to go into that and think we're all, I think I'm the only one rocking my crystals today, other than Kim.
Yeah, we all have. Let's see.
no,
I have
I've
one.
got a lava. She's got some.
Okay,
I just have nowhere to put mine. Notice.
Count.
You see that?
You should see me when the
PG-13.
Lemon Jade and Lapis, aka
We got the lapis today.
AKA Michigan colors.
Yeah.
Go blue.
There you go.
That's why I actually made
When
it.
I go
I have mine
through
in
the
my bag.
TSA at the airport, they're all like, "Oh, where'd you get all those? I want some."
I know.
I'm always having to pull them out.
So tell us, what's your explanation of why crystals? We know why they're important to you, but to the viewer that's watching this, what is the overall theme, I guess, of why people should be intrigued by crystals? Why they're important?
Well, my dad, my grandpa, my cousins and my aunt were all pharmacists, and all those things they use in their drugs are in these rocks.
So healing.
And a lot of them actually, you don't have to ingest them, you can just hold them, and they'll give you that same kind of energy or different healing properties. Like lepidolite, for instance, has lithium in it. It's full of lithium. that's what they use for all kind of antipsychotic drugs and all kind of, for calming people's minds and stuff. And if the first time I ever held a lepidolite, I picked it up at a rock shop, I'm holding it, I'm just like, ooh, I like this. And I mean, I was walking around, I couldn't put it down. It was my rock. And I bought it, and then I learned later that it has the lithium. And since I have all these, crazy thoughts all the time, I'm like ADD, I don't know, throw in a couple more letters. So, I mean, that thing just instantly gave me some sort of comfort. So, if you put on a little bracelet of it, it can do the same thing for you. And other ones like this labradorite.
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
Energizing, and it's quartz, but it's also got other stuff that's with it.
Magic stone.
And it gives you all kind of, like sometimes I'll lay down and go to sleep and I'll be like, okay, what's wrong? And I'll be reaching down, grabbing these and throw them off because they keep you energized. I mean, they'll really, like sometimes I'll just, in the morning, I'll be like putting my rocks in my pocket, like getting ready to go to work, and it's like, okay, now I'm ready, and then that same thing at night, I'll be like, oh my gosh, get this off of me, I'll be like throwing it off because my head will be like so full of energy that I'll want to take it down a notch and I want to go back down to earth, so I'll put me on like some human stuff.
I will say what I'm learning about crystals and stones and quartz and that some people say, well, here, try this. This might work for you. This might work for you. This might work for you. This might not. But it's basically, like you say, what resonates with you. That's really what it really is all about. It's not what someone says, try this. Like I said, what resonates with you. Even as simple, when I was in Michigan, I found this just a regular rock. Regular rock. It wasn't like a quartz or anything like that, but the color of the stones is because color therapy is all on vibration. Yeah. Crystals are vibration. Color is also on vibration. It's all about the vibes. So it's basically what resonates with you.
Good vibe.
Up here. So I love the crystals, and like I said, it's really what resonates with you that makes your stone your special stone.
That's what I told someone too, because I have people who reach out to me on social media and they're like, we want to get some stones and some crystals and what do they mean? And I said the same thing. I said you have to look up each individual one and see what it means, and if it fits you and that person. Just don't buy it because it's a fashion trend right now.
Exactly.
A lot of people get caught up in that, and no, we're going to break down as we head over that way to the chakras and get it down a little bit deeper, folks. You want to take over now? Wild Bloom. We'll switch camera, folks.
Yes. Now, listen, at a point, I think it records for maybe 12 minutes at a time.
I'll do it. You want me to do it?
And then it
I'm good.
stops.
Okay.
And then it stops, and then it'll just come up and say, video stops, and then just push
Don't
that.
play very in.
We got Buddha.
Next thing you know, that'll be mine.
This is my boyfriend.
It's nice in here.
See my little food dog over there with my little pile. I had a label of mine, all mine, because some guy came in one day and tried to buy one of my rocks, and I'm like, oh, that's not for sale. We almost got in a fight. His wife had to calm him down.
No.
All right, so y'all ladies,
So
Kim,
here,
join the ladies.
here is the chakra system with all of the crystals. Now, depending on which crystal or depending on which chakra system needs the work, you can buy any one of these crystals and the vibrations will help you. Now, let me just explain. It is up to you to decide and pick your crystal. It is up to you to decide to hold it. It will call to you, listen to it, spend time in the store. So when you go into the store, you look at the crystal and you kind of feel a pull to it. If it's not jumping out at you, you're not ready to work with it. So when you go in and you're saying, okay, I want stability, so I'll go. Well, actually, you do the bottom part and I'll do the top part.
Okay, all right. Well, we definitely, yes, to jump on what she's saying, it's all about what resonates. If you know what what purpose you are seeking, like what your intention is, and you go, all of these crystals and stones are living, vibrating energies.
Yes.
And everything corresponds. So we are in a very reciprocal law of life. Everything is responding and corresponding. So you go in, yes, if you need some grounding, and if you need to feel a sense of safety, this is where you do your root chakra work. Sometimes you can do crystals with the color, but then definitely, like Jay said, learn the properties. Each property
Properties are important.
Yeah, learn the properties, the characteristics, the things that the offerings of the crystals. It's an offering. Everything in nature is offering. We live in a very abundant, giving existence, and everything is an offering.
And so many have either lost that or not tuned into that. So many have. It's that lack. We're trying to look.
Yeah,
It's abundance.
it's abundance.
There's abundance everywhere.
And
so
at
get tuned
every
into that.
level of your development, we literally have everything we need.
So going along with the color, it'll go.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You would think that the heart chakra would be
Green.
green,
She
but
got some pink.
exactly. So
I'm
you have
going
some
off too,
pink.
so you gotta explain
Yeah.
that to me. I don't
So,
see no green average.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Well, that's dealing with the feminine
Yes.
qualities of the heart.
Yes.
Like that's the
Yes.
soul level. So
Yes.
that's a very feminine. But okay.
And it's more than one stone for each chakra. There's several
I know.
different.
Several.
Oh yeah. Thank you for
Several.
bringing that up. It's definitely more than one stone for each chakra, and it's all again about your specific needs, like your specific needs. You will be spoken to. So you just go in and just have a listening heart. Just have a listening heart, and what is for you is going to call out to you and say, "Here I am. You've been looking for me." So then the sacral chakra. I guess we should have read the cards. A little bit. Let's see. This says carnelian specifically encourages curiosity and enthusiasm and is warm and energizing. It can ease depression and give you a sense of well-being. So this is like your when you're coming up, it's like your creativity. It's like, you know, where you're feeling creative. This is where your creative juices are flowing.
That juicy.
Yeah, that
business, you
juicy. Yes. And so you have to be enthusiastic because that's the passion. That's what pushes you to
Yes.
And then moving up, we got the.
Hold on, I just want to say, you said a trigger word, which is depression. So I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going through depression that's going to hear that and resonate with that stone right there.
Oh yeah.
So that's where she was talking about the warmth of the stone. So when you're depressed, you want that warmth, you want that comfort, you want someone to hug you.
It's an embrace.
Exactly. That's what that stone represents and pulls out. It's that warmth. It's that warm sensation leading all the way up to
That sacral chakra.
That sacral chakra.
The Woundiverse.
The sacred stuff. The sacred stuff.
Where babies are born.
All the sacred stuff of life. And then moving up, where this is citrine, and this is called the merchant stone. It says citrine is a stone of abundance.
Yes.
And someplace it is, and someplace it is. It in their cash register. Some place it in their cash registers.
Yes, I did at my
attract
front house.
wealth. Citrine stimulates the intellect, bringing mental and emotional clarity and easier decision making. So you see that it's all about we all about the prosperity. So then this is your strength. That's what these exactly.
Your get up and go.
Your reservoir.
There you go. Yes.
Your reserve. So you need that. You need
I can't think of a word like. Come on, word lady.
I know every podcast she invents a new
She's
word.
got a different word.
Just give it a little more time.
Exactly. She's working it up. She's working it up. So.
Okay, so then we graduate up.
So the heart chakra, which is my favorite chakra to work with. It's the most healing. It's the most difficult one. It's the most uplifting, but it's the most teachable. And you learn so much from your heart because there's different levels. There's different levels to every chakra, but the heart, there's so many different levels. That's why there's so many different rocks that have connecting to love, because everything bases out of love. Everything is done with love. Even the most harshest things are done with love because it's done out of fear, which is really done out of love. And that's another podcast for.
I want to add 2 things
But
to
love
that.
is life.
Love is life.
God is
life.
love. You know,
Love is
so
life.
that's what this is all about.
I want to say something about the heart center activation, because I had that experience right after I had the Kundalini awakening, and this before I ever had any kind of crystals and didn't know about crystals. So I want to just add that 2 cents for people who've never experienced like the heart. It's a trippy
Yes.
experience. Mine lasts like a minute, and basically the easiest way I can explain it is like it's like an adrenaline rush, like when our heart's pumping, but like the whole body, not just the chest area. Your whole body pulsates like the heart. So yeah, that's sharp high, and like we say in all the podcasts, the heart is the most important piece of the body. It controls everything else. So
Everything.
if you only can buy or get one crystal, I would
Start with the rose quartz. Start with the rose quartz.
That's just my 2 cents. Start with the heart.
Now, it says the love stone, but that is love, self-love, unconditional love, love for your family, love for your friends, love for your earth,
community, the
your
earth, the
community.
world,
It's
all
not just
creatures.
exactly. It's not just relationship based. It's not just Yes, that falls into all of it. But when you're working with the rose quartz, you're working with the love of everything. Everything is
Everything is everything.
I didn't know rose quartz was the heart chakra. I just
Yes.
I'm like y'all talking about rose quartz. I'm like,
Really, Jay?
see, I'm green. I'm thinking green. I'm just seeing a pink.
Exactly.
Well, think of-
heart chakra.
Well, think of rose. You can remember is rose because when you give someone that you love the red flower, red rose, you give them a rose. I love you, and you give them a flower. Think of the rose because that's what you.
Well, now
It's in your heart.
My daughter's middle name is Rose. I never
There
knew.
you go. There you
But
go.
also the green, that just represents all abundance and healing in life. Like you look out on the earth, it's green. Everything that is worthy of growing and being fruitful and multiplying has to grow in a green earth. So love, that's why
Love
it's
is
that. Love is
abundant.
abundance. Love is like,
It shouldn't
Yes.
be felt as lack, or it should be. It's a very scary feeling because it's so intimate and it's so personal to each person, but it shouldn't be thought of as lack. There's plenty of love to go around. There's plenty of,
You would think. But I would jump in again.
But it starts with self-love. It's like,
Right, I was about to say that.
it really starts with self-love. If you are in any point in your life where you feel like you want more, you need more, that means give more and just give more love. Just
As
give
you give,
more
you will
love.
receive.
Just give.
I want to throw one word out there for our listeners that if you don't take anything away from this podcast, Google unconditional love
Please.
versus
Agape.
unconditional love.
Please.
Because
please.
that's I was just watching the video on the way into the podcast.
We need to do a
Like,
podcast on that
yeah.
for sure.
Well, it goes back to the heart chakra and
everything is
these
about the
crystals
heart.
and stones. So,
Everything is about the heart.
Yep. So
The next one's over here,
oh yeah, we gotta divert
the blue.
the throat chakra.
Yeah.
We can end with that one if you want to.
I mean, this is okay. So the third or the throat chakra over here, fluorite is it's amazing. You're
Because
able
it's got
to
the amethyst, it's
got the open up the venturing.
Fluorite.
It's got
Fluorite.
Yep. It's
Go get
Well,
over
I'm
there.
gonna say it,
Come on,
I'm sorry,
Kim.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on, Kim. Come on,
Fluorite
Kim.
just comes in different colors.
Okay.
Is it
It's
still
all
going?
fluorite. It's not amethyst or anything.
Really, that's not amethyst? Oh wow,
No.
Enchanted Raven is learning something new. Come here, girl.
Fluorite.
Come on, come on
No,
in.
it's just all fluorite.
Okay.
Fluorite comes in like clear,
Yeah,
yellow,
I got
white,
fluorite. That's why I like it.
green, purple.
Purple.
But
I
it's
always
all
thought it was
fluorite.
different.
Yeah.
Interesting. See?
Explain us what
See?
fluorite is then.
I don't know what fluorite is.
Oh, okay, no problem. But it looks good, that's for sure.
It's it's a crystal. It's a
Like a quartz? It's like a. Is it
well,
like a
quartz is one
No,
thing.
it's fluorite
Fluorite
is
is a different thing.
Okay.
It's a different. It's
So
a
we all know
mineral.
where I have a blockage that I've never really worked with crystals. It's my throat chakra.
Well, because just so we said about the last one, we think throat chakra, we think blue.
Yeah.
So then we see like this
I'll
kind of
admit, I got a little
turquoise.
thrown off
I'm
here.
thinking like lapis,
Yeah.
but lapis is actually over here with, with the throat.
Sopalite was another one that I worked with a lot too.
Third eye chakra.
But then this is also like, it just gives you that flow feeling of like water flowing, and that's how we are to express ourselves. We're to be really authentic and really honest and clear and just flowing with our expressions. A lot of times, most everyone just represses what they really feel, and they don't express it, and so that kind of gives you that flowy, allow it to just flow and express itself. So, and then back over to...
We got two more. We got the third eye.
I'm in my own different world. There's another lot going on. This song is mixed with something that I'm thinking about.
It triggers you to the time.
So the third eye chakra, now this is something that I know a lot about. Lapis
lazuli. Is that right?
Azuli.
Lazuli.
Azuli.
You gotta open that third eye. I mean, that's all I gotta say.
First eye.
First eye.
First eye.
And I want to say something about that first eye, third eye, and I love this conversation like I had with my daughter actually this AM. Because when I say first eye, it's not about a significance as far as a number, like first is better than third or third place, or it's not a race, it's not a competition. Third, we know that 3 is in the divine 9. That's just a divine numerical property, that 3. But first, when I say first, is just to let people know that that is really the first intuitive eyes, your mind's eyes, your inner eyes, your mind's eyes. So, because a lot of people think third eye, it's not as significant as the first two, the 2 outer eyes that I know. So I just say first eye to get people to realize, like, that's really
that's where you need to start.
That's where you need to start. Like, that's the starting base.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to notice that picture.
Yeah, I just seen the monarch.
So
it's only right. But I don't want to talk
for that.
I don't want to go too deep in the third eye because we're going to do a whole podcast just on that alone in a couple weeks. So, but just know that this is the crystal if you want to open your third eye. Or your first eye, it don't really matter.
But this is also still in the realm of expression too, because you're expressing your inner vision in life. You're manifesting your inner vision. So this is still even in the realm of the that blue, that throat, and
right.
Can you read that lapis?
Yes.
So I can remind myself of what I'm putting on the universe.
All right. Made from a combination of minerals, including lazurite, calcite, and pyrite. Lapis lazuli is said to have been in existence since the birth of time and was used by ancient Hebrews on ceremonial robes. It encourages clear expression when sharing information with others, including easier communication of anger. Lapis lazuli connects the physical and celestial kingdoms.
I got 2 actually. I got one on my lotus flower right there. I need to get a new one. And then I got this one too. In the middle of my tiger's eye.
And then you see mine with the heart, but it's on the throat where we're expressing.
So maybe
I got my
that's the stone
kind
that I need.
Yeah.
It's not that.
That is not what's on my neck.
She was like,
we gotta finish up with the crown. We got the
the amethyst, and then we see I'm rolling with the amethyst.
See, that's why YouTube put the Copa at now. This video on our YouTube channel says it's not for kids. Watch.
What it is, every child has nursed on a beautiful breast, okay? Amethyst, stone of sobriety.
Yes.
Crystalline quartz in shades of purple, lilac, or mauve. It's called amethyst, a stone traditionally worn to guard against drunkenness and to instill a sober mind.
Alcoholic. That's the one y'all need right there.
Yes.
So, if y'all want more info on the chakras, we did a chakra podcast.
Well, we're not done because we started going chakra by chakra, and so I think we're on the third one now. So
So we need to stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned because that's coming soon. Third chakra. Willpower.
I guess the best thing to do is wrap up the little tour and then let Kim close out on whatever she wants to say, the address, the location.
And first,
all
let's
the
thank
beautiful
her.
things.
Thank you so much. Kim.
Yes,
May I come
thank
here? Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful hostess.
Great energy.
Yes, you're so lovely. I'm so loving this. I love it. I love it.
Very
She
much.
has bracelets. She got
Yes, please come and come and enjoy and patronize her, support her art, her photography, all the crystals, her love for connecting to these stones, and
this location has more stones and crystals than anywhere in Southwest Florida, correct?
correct.
I would say that the variety and the quality is bar none. It's
Yes.
best I've seen.
Very high quality. I'm glad you said that. Very, very exquisite quality and very reasonably and fairly priced.
Yes.
When you come, you're not gonna feel like, oh, it's
$5.
When you come, even if you have a budget of just $10, you're gonna walk out of here with something
With
that
the
is
stone
going
and a
to-
bracelet.
Yeah, and you're gonna walk out of here with something that really will enrich your life.
Very much.
And so we thank you for this gift, Kim. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so very much.
For
So say
example,
your address one more time for.
It's 16681 McGregor Boulevard. And
Yes.
it's Suite 201.
Right by Buster's, and I sing at Buster's every single Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, I didn't know that either. And you never knew that you that close. That's crazy how life works out. Now you know. And did you see the sign next door on your way in here?
Yes, Bloom.
Yep.
I think everyone saw that and noticed that when we came in.
So you want to get some more shots in there a little bit? Just-
I think, isn't that more the private area?
No, that's, I keep trying to,
And I must say, Shiva Lingam is one of my favorite stones. Like, when you're done in there, can we just come over to the Shiva Lingam because? Yeah, that's
I
my.
never even seen that before.
So I
That's huge.
have one this size and I have one this. I always like Shiva Lingam. As soon as I came in, I was
I
just like.
just got these today. I actually, I couldn't.
What is Shiva Lingam?
Let me read this.
Well, that'll be the way we end it, I guess.
Yes.
Final close it. We had 30 minutes.
They're just
But
fascinating.
so
I can get stuff by nose, I can get stuff by me.
I'm already shopping. I'm like, okay, third chakra. I need this.
Yeah, the Pacoy and I don't know what is my favorite thing.
It's hard to have a favorite when this is what you do.
I
You know?
have a different favorite every
Well, it's a
day.
different, yeah, because it's a different purpose,
Yeah.
a different, it's a different resonance.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun to experiment with them because like if you have it in your space, it's gonna do something.
And each one calls to you at different times. Like I have a lot, and I don't always work with all of them all at the same time.
yeah, 'cause
Sometimes they're like,
you
you
don't
need
want
this and
that,
that.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of like combining 7 all at once, and I'm like,
I know, sometimes I'll have all this stuff on and all of a sudden I'll be like sweating, my head will be, and I'll be like throwing them off.
yes.
There's some that actually really.
Make sure it
do
didn't
stuff,
stop on you.
like the zincite. Oh, here, you gotta get a little picture of this with the UV light.
Whoa.
They light up with the UV light. Cerussite, like, check this out.
For a short video as a teaser.
Wow.
That's
Those
what
are
I
all
was
rubies that light up like that. Star ruby there.
Yeah,
Nice.
so your things fine.
I just now saw the petrified wood.
Oh yeah, that's a cool.
That is amazing piece.
This stuff's cool too. This is all inside, and they're fluorescent.
And then you can talk about
That's amazing.
Isn't that
look
something?
forward to.